I assume we're all familiar with Katy Perry Sweet Treats, the single greatest Sims pack ever made. It was a pack for The Sims 3. It was like Katy Perry and dessert themed. There was like candy bras and ice cream sofas. It was truly horrible at the time, but now looking back on it, it's iconic. Well, one of my friends recreated that pack in The Sims 4, so we've got a ton of Katy Perry Sweet Treats CC now. I made a video showing off that whole pack, so I can link that down below for you, but today I want to try and actually build with it. A lot of the items are admittedly, you know, a little bit scary, okay? But that's the whole point. That's the beauty of this pack. And I was thinking that we could try and make like a dessert store, an ice cream shop, something like that where all of these things would totally fit in. And then hopefully you could actually play in it, like have your Sims visit and buy some ice cream or whatever. In fact, I think if we made it into a restaurant, it might be the best way to go about this. And then we could just set the menu to only serve dessert. Oh, you know what? I might do this first. Hang on. I don't know. We could have like hot chocolate, lemonade, fruit punch, root beer float, soda. I feel like some of these like fun drinks with the umbrellas could be cool. The love potion, sour punch, alien juice, snaggle fluster, whatever that is. I feel like this is a good amount. And then when you look at the menu, like actually in the game, it'll be just 2 even rows because there won't be the weird plus sign. So that will be like 2 simple rows of 7. And then we could, I don't know, we could probably skip on the appetizer. I don't know what we would even have. I mean, they have some things that might work, but we could also probably only have dessert. What if we like only served popcorn as the appetizers or something dumb like that? We have the Outpost popcorn mix too. That's free. So they've got like drinks, a popcorn bar, main course. I don't know what we're trying to serve for the main course at my dessert restaurant, but none of this is my vibes. I'm sorry, but we cannot have like mushroom soup at my Katy Perry store. Do you get in trouble if you have none? And then we could just have like everything on the dessert menu. I guess we could also do like only ice cream or something like that, but I want to have more stuff. I want to have like all the options. Lemon meringue pie, tiramisu, fruit cobbler. Some of them are kind of ugly. Like that fruit cobbler looks gross. I don't have any interest in eating that. Maybe I'll kick that off. Never mind. I like a lot of the pie options, and then we can have a lot of ice cream or things like lemon bars, maybe a couple cookies, voodoo doll donut. I kind of forgot we even had that. Jelly filled donut. There's a couple cakes. There's so much stuff. I feel like I didn't even know we had a lot of these things. Oh wait, I picked too many. The limit is 30. Oh, okay. I'll remove the licorice gelato cone because that sounds nasty anyway. Okay, I made it down to exactly 30, and I think this is pretty good. We have a lot of options. I will say it bothers me a lot that this one ice cream is away from the others, so I might just get rid of it so that they're all together. I know that's silly. That's really silly to think about it that way, but I'll replace it with a cupcake, okay? It'll be better this way. That's good. All the pies together. We got cakes. That's good. Okay, I'm sorry. This is appropriate now. You can get drinks, popcorn, and dessert at this place, and that's it. I do have a couple of ideas for the build. I'm kind of thinking something like these vibes. I love the big sign. I love the big giant ice cream cones, and I like the colors, like the blue and pink, I think kind of works well together. And then we can have a cute patio with some seating and stuff and do something kind of similar, but I think the inside is gonna be really small. I'm sort of picturing it's gonna be like that big. Genuinely, we can have like a really small bathroom and maybe like a little tiny kitchen, hallway right there, and then just most of the seating will be outdoors. Before I get started though, I want to tell you a little bit about our sponsor today, Casetify. Casetify actually has a pretty sweet treat for you. Get it? Like Katy Perry sweet treats? Yeah. The sweet treat is that you get 15% off your order if you go to casetify.com/lilsimsie. I'll link that down below too, but just so you know, if you're looking for a new phone case, you can get 15% off. Now, I am a huge fan of Casetify. They have very kindly sponsored a bunch of our videos recently. I went to a Justin Bieber concert last night. Don't ask. My dad wanted to go, but a girl at the concert complimented my phone case. Casetify has like endless cute designs to choose from, and you can customize a lot of their phone cases as well. Their impact and ultra impact cases like this one are made out of 65% recycled materials, and they also offer really good drop protection, which we all know I need because I am so clumsy. Casetify is like hands down by far my favorite phone case brand I have ever had. Look, I also have this strawberry one, which is kind of appropriate for this video, but I also have this one that I customized to say rat. Why did I do that? I don't know. With great power comes great responsibility, and also the opportunity to have a rat phone. Anyway, Casetify, I love you. Thank you for sponsoring this video. And if you're looking to buy a new phone case, go to casetify.com/lilsimsie for 15% off your order. Okay, now with that being said, we can start building. I did it on this lot on purpose because I wanted to have like some seating on both sides, and I kind of liked how there was a sidewalk here. I'm really not sure how big I should make it, but it is important to me to have outdoor seating. That's like the whole vibe that I'm going for. And the lot's not huge, so we don't have a lot of options. I wonder if we put some platforms on top rooftop to have like kind of a flat roof. This sign in particular, I was heavily inspired by. It was like this sign that made me want to do the build in the first place. But it also has some really fun other paintings of dessert. Like we could totally put these on the inside of the building. There's like ice cream, cotton candy, and a donut. Do you know what? Is this my first ever CC build on my entire channel? I never use custom content for build videos, so this might actually be the first one. Yeah, I think I might put those on the inside. I think that'll be a fun addition to that interior wall. Okay, I also want to use this chef station because I like the idea of it being like open to the room. Although in my head, I kind of want you to be able to like go to the counter to order. That's just not how restaurants work in The Sims 4, but I feel like at this place, you probably would walk up to the counter and there'd be like a worker back here and they would take your order and then hand it to you. Is it bad this way though? Because then we don't have a menu sign. We definitely should have this in here somewhere. I don't know how or where, but that is important. Okay, also, if you do it like this, you need to be able to access the front of this, right? Like the Sims are gonna walk up to that and that's how they'll get the food out for you. So we can't fill in the whole thing too much. Oh, I'm really struggling with this. I don't know why. It's kind of embarrassing. Okay, we're gonna need a waiter station. We're gonna need a host station. This is what I struggle with because I don't want this to be a sit-down restaurant, but obviously it is one because it's The Sims 4 and that's the only way. What I want is for your Sims to like come up and pay at the register, but that's fake. This is not real. No one's gonna work this. It's all pretend. I hate the bathroom doors. I want it to be more fun than that. I was gonna say, do you think I could use this as the bathroom door? But I don't think so. I mean, maybe we could have that be the door into the back. Like say for example, that's the door into the hallway to get to the bathroom and the kitchen. That might be okay. I might use this door. That's from Strangerville, so I sincerely apologize, but like, wouldn't that be cute? It's pink. Would there be an archway into the kitchen? I mean, probably not, but I could put it. Okay, there is a Katy Perry tile. I don't know if I want to use the Katy Perry tile. Maybe not in the whole place, but we could. That could be the kitchen tile if we wanted it to be. You know, it actually is kind of scary. It's definitely a lot, but we could use like the other wallpaper in the rest of the place. Oh my God. Oh my God. Well, hang on. What if we put like, I mean, I don't know. It's a little bit tight. And then why is this hallway like so big? That's another question. But maybe there's space this way for the other things. I don't know. You have to admit it's kind of cute. Toilet. We put a little sink. Look, this one even comes in pink. This little mirror has flowers on it. That's fun. Now, did a mirror come with the pack? I don't know. Oh, wait. Oh my gosh. Hang on. Absolutely forget these dumb counters. The pack has counters and they're made of cake. So that is the obvious solution to this problem. We absolutely have to use those counters. I'm sorry, but we simply cannot do anything else. And then we could probably use a couple bar stools. I don't want to put too many, but we could definitely put a couple in here. That's pretty nice. Maybe we could have this be outside. Okay, I'm trying to look around at the decoration options. For example, we have this giant portrait of Katy. I don't know if that's appropriate, but it is an option. Oh, we do have a mirror. Oh my gosh. Saved. Perfect. Stunning. Amazing. Literally could not be better. These are sponge cake armchairs. I don't know if I want to use those. I will say I'm kind of trying to be calm with this. Oh my gosh, these candy jars are gonna be perfect for this. We can put those out. I don't know about the giant cotton candy. That might be too much. Like I said, I am trying to keep this reasonable. For example, I might use the ice cream cone light. Maybe I'll put it in the bathroom, but you know, maybe I won't use the Squirty Cream Dreams Mountain. I'm not sure if she'll fit in. I think I want to put some of these lights outside on the front of the building. I think those could be super cute. I'm probably gonna put some doors and windows. I'm not really sure how exactly I want to do it. I guess I probably should figure out the exterior instead of just putting it off, but I was thinking about using these get to work ones because we have some windows that match, so we could have it like fill in the whole front like this, and then I could put my little lights like inside of the window, which might be nice, and then maybe I could have ice cream cones on either side, and then we could have this, like the hostess stand right there in the front. Now, hopefully it does not rain because that will not work for us, but I think this will be okay. Then do I put the sign up top or something? I'm not sure. See, that's not big enough, but I don't know if I want to have the wall be much taller than that. But if you size it up, it has to be enormous. I don't want the wall to be like that tall. I guess it might be okay. It's just that at this point, it like might as well be a whole second floor, and I don't really know if I want that much. Like, doesn't that look kind of odd? Maybe. Yeah, I feel like the little sign is better. Okay, I'm looking at the little dining tables. It does come with a dining table, so we could definitely use this. I feel like the swirly pink is actually kind of fun, so I think I might use that. It definitely matches the vibes of the building as well. I don't know if I'll put any seats on the inside. I guess we probably should have some. The building is just so small. It's like really hard to fit in seats in here. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just put couches and you have to eat outside. I do think I like that better. The lighting on this lot is terrible. It's making it so hard to decorate. Should I put another window on the side? I think I should. It'll be nice having it brighter on the inside of the building. Should I put the tile everywhere? Why is this kind of giving me dentist vibes? That is not my intention, but for some reason that's how it's feeling. We have other pink no. Never mind, not that. Never mind, no. As far as I'm concerned, we don't have other pink tile. We do have like solid pink tile as well. Maybe I'll use the solid pink tile on the outside and then the pink grout tile in the kitchen and bathroom. This is kind of terrifying in a good way. It's terrifying in a good way, but it is terrifying. Okay, I'm just trying to line up the candy jars so that hopefully they look cute on the little counter, and I do think that looks cute. Hopefully we can get them in a few different colors. I think I like that. And I actually do kind of like that little flower vase back there. This whole area is pretend and useless. There is no purpose behind this. Your Sims will not use this at all. But that's okay, because it's cute. Oh my God. Should I use that? Should we get like those weird plants? This pack is so much. It's all so much. That is the only way I can think to describe it. Just so much. This is a trash can. It's shaped like Oreos. Okay, this little gingerbread house is actually inspired by a gingerbread house that I made in real life. Like Little Dika made my real life one that I streamed myself making in The Sims. So I think we have to put that here. I'm seriously trying to find a way to just use everything at this point. Can you tell? I think it's worth it though. Oh, this is a different dining table. Maybe I could use that. There's no space. Could I use that outside, or do I like them? I think I like the round ones better. Oh my gosh, what if we put a bar instead of the counters in this space? Because it matches perfectly. And I think that bar might get staffed at a restaurant. Can I use the banana sit? The ultimate question. I think that I can. Dare I say, I think that I should. We can't just throw away an opportunity like this. I think we have to use it. I'm also wondering if I should get any pictures of Katy Perry anywhere. I mean, I don't know where I would put them. Maybe I'll put a picture of Katy in the bathroom. Could I put this picture of Katy in the bathroom? There's no windows, but there is a giant photo of Katy Perry. And you know what? That feels right. Okay, I do want to put a tiny trash can, toilet paper. I might even use one of the plants that the pack comes with. Oh, that's odd. Maybe the small one. Maybe I'll use the smaller one in here. But just so that there's like something. Well, I guess maybe we could put like one table in here. I don't really love the chairs having the swirls on them because we have like the red swirls there. So maybe I'll do the white ones and then we could just leave it. I mean, I don't know. We could put like the extra sign on the window. Somehow, for some reason, I feel like I've not done enough to decorate the inside. But I say that as I'm putting a giant ice cream cone down. Like, how much more can you put? Okay, in the kitchen, we need to have counters. I'm thinking we could use these. I'll make sure we have a sink. I was gonna use some of the things from Dine Out, but like, what are you gonna put? A jar of olives? They don't have a jar of olives in this build. They have no need for that. That literally makes no sense. There is no need. Can I put a giant cotton candy, or is that odd? Well, it's definitely odd, especially if I, for some reason, have two of them. But I want them. You know, when I started making this build today, I was gonna try and have it be realistic. That was my plan. Realism, believe it or not. That is not what's happened. That is not the direction we have gone in at all. I put a dishwasher there. That's realism. Maybe we could have the banana sit in the hallway and then we could get another table or maybe two more tables. Oh, that would be nice if there was more space to actually sit inside, especially if the weather is bad. I'm thinking like practically as well for gameplay. I don't even mean that like realistically. I mean like genuinely if the weather is bad in The Sims, it would be nice to have a place to sit inside. I absolutely adore this set. I am having so much fun right now putting like all these decorations on the walls. When else do you get to do stuff like this? You just don't. I never get to build stuff like this. Okay, I was thinking about putting a really big tree in the back there because one, it sort of fills in the lot, but it also blends in better with like the back. I don't know if you can see, but there's like giant trees, the same ones back there. So it might be nice if we just put some similar things back here just to kind of fit it all together. I have the hardest time building community lots because I feel like this is just a box. It's very hard to separate the fact that this is literally just a square because in my head it's ugly, and it is a little bit ugly, but that's realistic. Like if you look up any real life ice cream shop, they all look like this. I'll probably get like one more table. Maybe I'll stick a couple of trash cans down here. What if we tiled it on the outside? Probably not. Maybe I'll just tile like the little side planter box there, and then we won't do tile on the whole building because it's weird. I do like it though, don't get me wrong. I think the tile is super cute on the outside, but oh, wait a minute. What if we did this? I know it's the same wallpaper as the inside, and that's like obviously not intended to be an exterior wall, but the little stripe is actually kind of cute. Oh, I quite like the color scheme. I feel like that's really nice. I changed the patio, maybe? Would that help? Should I rotate it that way? Okay, maybe we shove like some pretty pink flowers up here underneath the tree. We could probably put some pretty pink flowers over in the front too, like up in this area. Maybe a rock? I don't know. I'm just throwing out ideas. I kind of like that. I mean, obviously this build is really small, but I feel like it packs a punch. And you know what else? This is a fun one to actually play in. Like you could bring your Sims here and get some dessert. We made a whole custom menu. I might make the roof. What if we did that like marble stuff? In honor of Katy. I think I'll keep it. Maybe we stick like some little tiny menus on the tables. Why is this so cute? I kind of love it. Maybe we do some like custom outfits for the waiters and stuff and then call it a day. What on earth would they wear? I want it to be cute. I don't want it to be silly, but like, what are you gonna do? Stick them in a costume like this? We have them wear like fairy costumes or something? Okay, now hang on. There's something kind of poetic about this. I think I might do it. We could have each job be a different bear. So like the waiter is a strawberry bear, the chef can be an orange bear. Pineapple or grape? This is for the host. I'm kind of feeling pineapple. Why does it keep resetting? It's so annoying. Each time I go into cast, it resets. Restaurants in The Sims are so annoying. Watch this. I'm gonna pick the bear costume. I'll set up my orange bear for the chef. I'll load out. We'll come back into the game. It's reset, okay? And would you look at that? The rest, all reset. I have to do it again. This is like the 6th time. Okay, I think with that being set up though, the restaurant is complete. This place is ridiculous and I'm obsessed. If you want to download this CC pack, I'm gonna link it down below. I'll also link the video that I made showing off the CC pack down below. And I will link Casetify down below because if you go to casetify.com/lilsimsie, you'll get 15% off your order. Just so you know, because I use CC, you're gonna have to filter by include CC on the gallery to download this. And obviously, if you try and download it without the CC, it's gonna be kind of empty, so I apologize, but I wanted to try out the new CC pack, obviously, and I think it turned out well. I certainly had a good time with this today. So thank you all for watching. Thank you, Casetify, for sponsoring this video. And with that being said, I think I'll catch you all tomorrow. Bye, everybody. You would not believe how long it took me to make this build. Considering how small it is, it took me an embarrassingly long time to do this.